Let's take you live to John Barilaro now. This is the first of his 3.5 hours of evidence today.
These appointments, statutory appointments, including the unsworn statement by my former Chief of Staff that I would create a role in New York. And I refute any suggestion that I sought out any special treatment during the public service job process where an independent panel on merit put me forward as the preferred candidate. When I look back at my 10+ years of parliamentary service, I'm proud of what I achieved as a local member, a minister and as the Deputy Premier. In the role of Deputy Premier and several ministerial responsibilities, I oversaw some of the toughest times for our state, predominantly in regional New South Wales. I sat in kitchens with farmers and regional families as they endured the heartbreaking worst drought in recorded history. I carried the despair and trauma from the most horrific bushfire event in our state's history, overseeing the largest logistical recovery program to assist those broken communities. The same again during floods, and then as a member of the COVID Crisis Committee, especially the responsibility to lead the reopening roadmap, engaging with community, industry and businesses, I was giving hope where there was no hope, and was giving light at the end of what was called the COVID lockdown tunnel. I took these responsibilities seriously, and at times at the expense of my own personal well-being, carrying such burdens. I've never shied away from saying what had to be said, fought the fights that had to be fought, and taking every part of my job seriously. In doing this, I may not have been everyone's cup of tea, but my only focus were results, and I'm proud of those results. Since my announcement as the Trade Commissioner to the Americas and the unbearable past 6 to 7 weeks, what I've come to learn is that my decade of fighting for others did resonate with many. I want to thank the many people that have reached out and supported me over these weeks. They were strangers, family, friends, colleagues from all sides of politics, and many business leaders. Throughout the hearings, we've heard from apolitical, long-term, professional senior public servants that I was a credible and capable candidate that brought many attributes to fill this important role for the people of our great state. For that, I had my credentials and application publicly derided in what is nothing less than an abuse of my privacy. Let me make this clear. I applied for a public service job as a private citizen. Nothing excluded me in doing so. I followed the exact same process that was afforded to others. I went through several interviews, psychometric testing, and a police check. I was offered a job. I accepted the job. I then withdrew from this job. From that moment, I've endured what can only be described as a personal hell, unfair and unjust. I look forward today to state my case to this committee, and again, thank you for affording me this opportunity.